His early life wasn't a happy one. His mother died during childbirth. Then, when he was a young boy, his father was killed during the first siege of Masyaf. Only shortly thereafter, the assassin he died to save committed suicide in front of the 11-year-old Altair. Wow! I didn't know that part. With his parents gone, Altair looked to Al-Ma'alim, the then mentor of the order, as a father figure. Al-Mu'alim recognized Altair's potential and took on his training personally. Altair reached the rank of Master Assassin by the age of 25, an unheard of accomplishment. If there was an assassin book of records, there'd probably be a picture of this fellow on the front. Altair was one of the best fighters in assassin history, with an arrogance to match. After a disastrous mission in 1191, in which he broke the creed and very nearly let an apple of Eden fall into Templar hands, Altair was sent back down to novice rank and forced to begin again. Gameplay mechanics! As part of his rehabilitation, he was responsible for taking out the major players in the Temple Order at the time, Templar Order, including the Grand Master Robert de Sable. Tragically, in the end, he was also forced to kill Al-Mu'alim, who turned out to be both a Templar and corrupted by the influence of the apple. After his mentor's death, Altair took control of the order, turning it into the secret and world-spanning organization it is today. One of the things that made Altair such a deadly assassin was something we now call eagle vision, a kind of sixth sense inherited from the first civilization. It allowed him to read his enemies and surroundings in a way that goes beyond what the human eye can see. Of course, you'll know more about that than me. I can't believe I just typed that, because it's in your blood, and that's part of why you're here. Well, let's be honest, you knew you weren't here because of my enduring affection, or my warm and passionate cuddles. Thanks, Sean. And once and last, Ezio Auditore. Ezio Auditore de Firenze was a master assassin during the Italian Renaissance, as well as being an inheritor of the mysterious ability of eagle vision as one of your ancestors. Ezio was something of a playboy in his teenager years, but his life changed in 1476 when his father and brothers were arrested and executed for treason. Ezio tried to save them, but the evidence clearing their names mysteriously disappeared in the hands of a family friend. Instead, they were hanged as Ezio looked on. Ezio fled with his mother and sister in Montegrigioni, where he sought refuge with his uncle, Mario Auditore. While Ezio had originally intended to continue on and settle in Spain, Mario had other ideas. He was a leader of the Italian Assassin Brotherhood and spent the next several years training Ezio and convincing him to help fight the Templars responsible for the deaths of his father and brothers. Ezio spent the next decade assassinating his way through the Templar ranks, eventually cornering the Templar Grand Master Rodrigo Borgia in Venice in 1487. Borgia got away, but Ezio was able to recover an Apple of Eden, and was formally inducted into the Assassin Order. After several setbacks over the next few years, Ezio traveled to Rome in 1499 to confront Rodrigo, who by then had become Pope Alexander VI. After defeating Rodrigo, but sparing his life, Ezio opened a hidden vault under the Sistine Chapel. There, he discovered a message left by the first civilization, warning of a catastrophe that would threaten to wipe out humanity. Yes, that would be the one we're facing right now. Over the next 20 or so years, Ezio worked at strengthening the Italian Assassin Brotherhood and fighting the Templars, which is sort of what we do. One of his greatest accomplishments would be discovering a hidden library belonging to Altair, hidden under the former assassin stronghold at Masyaf, and containing another message from the first civilization. He retired from the Brotherhood shortly thereafter, which is what we call ending on a high note. He was terrific at jumping too. Ezio died in Florence in 1524. Alright, back to real gameplay. Sorry about that, I'd forgotten that they actually had Altair and Ezio stuff. Good for him. My poor voice, it's going. Alrighty. Cutscene!
Haytham. You should have come to me. We would have found another way.
Yes. But then you would have known. For what it's worth, I'm sorry.
As am I.
Jeez. Be interesting to see what the history is between those two. And so was the powdered wig guy a Templar. Was that not really maybe his real hair? And that would be scary as heck to a poor kid. Like, that kid is scarred. He is... Yeah, that's not good. Hatham, you are scary. Oh, nope, they know too much! Body count is rising! Okay, fine, let's not kill him. Jeez. Just killing people just because you have to and not because it's fun. In a video game. Definitely under that context only. Okay, well, the women saw it, so we need to kind of move away and... Whoa! Do 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 do. It was him. I saw it. Get away. Okay, looks like we're going this way. Awesome music swelling. Appreciate it. The older I get, the more I appreciate the animation, the gameplay, and the music more than anything else. Oh, dude, why are you pushing people down? Poor lady. I'm not going to stop and help her because I just killed somebody and I kind of need to leave, but... Oh, that's what you get. Accost him. Accost him! Run away. Pardon me, miss. I just knock her over too, just like that guy.
I'll search along here. You search down there. Very well. If you find anyone, give a shout.
What? Well, at least they're helping him. Whoa. Hey, lady. Get out of here. Oh god, the Mayan prophecy! The world's falling apart outside! Wait, it's not the 21st. But this is a cutscene.
And how was the opera?
Rather dull, truth be told.
I only got to kill one person. Jeez, Hatham. And why did you take an amulet?
Shall we be
Or
off?
necklace, I
Aye.
guess, depending on how you look
The
at it.
Fleeton Bride.
Is it a key?
By your command.
Is it... Are you keeping, like, souvenirs? Because that would be kind of not cool.
Fascinating. Gentlemen, I
Okay,
hold in
well,
my
that
hand
answers
a
that.
key. And if this book is to be believed, it will open the doors of a storehouse built by those who came before.
Ah, yes. Those who ruled, reigned, and vanished from the world. Do we know what it is that will be held within?
It could contain certain knowledge, perhaps a weapon, or something as yet unknown, unfathomable in its construction and purpose. It could be any of these things, or none of them. They are
I like how
still
no
an
one seems to really
enigma,
give a
these
crap what's going on
precursions.
right now.
But of one thing I am certain.
Does this seem kind of important
Whatever
there,
waits
guys?
behind those doors shall prove a great boon to us all.
Or our enemies, should they find it first?
They won't. You've seen to that.
I assume you know where this storehouse is?
Ah, Mr. Harrison.
Gentlemen,
How fare your calculations?
I believe the site lies somewhere within this region.
That's a lot of ground to cover.
My apologies. Were that I could be more accurate.
That's all right.
Okay, then be
It
more
suffices
accurate,
for a start.
jeez.
And that is why we've called you here, Master Kenway. We'd like for you to travel to America, locate the storehouse, and take possession of its contents.
I'm yours to command, although a job of this magnitude will require more than just myself.
Of course. Upon this paper are the names of 5 men sympathetic to our cause.
Alrighty.
Each is also uniquely suited to aid you in your endeavor. With them at your side, you will want for nothing.
Well, then I'd best be on my way.
I knew our faith in you was not misplaced. We've booked you passage to Boston. Your ship
Seems a bit
leaves at dawn.
presumptuous, no?
Go forth, Hatham, and bring honor to us all.
And close the gates of oblivion. I can't do a Patrick Stewart voice. I can't do any voice, I don't think. But nonetheless, we still need to close the gates of oblivion. Engage. Can you dance? No, not really. Can't dance like Desmond. Thought the only thing Desmond can probably do better. I don't know. He just doesn't seem as cool as Altair or Ezio, especially Ezio. I mean, Ezio's amazing. It seems like Hatham might give Ezio a run for his money. And we're on a boat. I'll spare you the Lonely Island lyrics. So hopefully you can actually see what's going on right now, because it's pretty light. If I turn it up any more on the brightness, some fresh air, all right, it starts getting a little washed out. The last render, it was pretty much pitch dark. Yes, pitch dark, not pitch black. That's somewhat different, I guess. Ooh, people to talk to. Wait, first. Time to mess up my voice more. The Providence was one of many sailing ships in the British Merchant Navy, which basically means it was a trade ship, rather than one meant for war. You'll notice it's carrying cannon, but those are mainly for protection against pirate or privateer vessels, or for turning the ship into a privateer vessel, should the need arise. The ship was built in 1748 and made several trips a year between Britain and the North American colonies, with occasional visits to the West Indies. The manifest doesn't indicate anything particularly interesting. Mostly it carried staples like tea, molasses, and cloth. It's captained by the part owner, one Samuel Smythe, who got something of a reputation among sailors for both cruelty to his crew and penny pinching on rations. Incidentally, that's not exactly a way to keep good sailors on board. The crew is probably both inexperienced and disgruntled. Ideally, you want an experienced crew who are hugely gruntled. Although you'll likely don't know much about running an 18th century sailing vessel, odds are you won't notice a difference. Thanks again, John. Thanks again.
A moment to talk?
Ah, a fellow Londoner.
Oh.
Good to see I'm not the only man of means aboard. Rupert Martin.
Oh,
Pleased
God.
to meet you.
Being beat up by a man named Rupert?
Pleasure.
Seems we picked an excellent time to
Go see
leave
it.
the city.
Oh?
You didn't hear about the murder at the Opera House?
Murder?
What?
I can't do
They're still
voices.
trying to sort it all out.
He sounds fun.
And I suspect they'll be at it for a good long while.
I shall name you Umzak Martin, not
They've ruled
Rupert.
out robbery, so perhaps it was a business arrangement gone sour. Or something more personal. More lurid.
Ooh, lurid.
Who knows?
Haven't heard that
But
term
I
in a
am
while.
glad to be away
Well,
from it.
outside
The
of this
city
game.
grows more dangerous by the day.
Cool. All right. Well, he left London because he felt it was dangerous in London, because someone killed someone at the opera, which I totally didn't do.
Good morning, Doctor.
To you as well.
A
Nice
question,
beard.
if I may. Do you serve aboard the ship, or are you simply taking passage?
A bit of both, actually. I've been commissioned by the Royal Navy to study maritime illness. I'll be observing the crew during the journey. We have found that sailors fare far better on the open seas than the rest of us.
This seems like a
To
stupid
discover why
sentence.
that is.
Of course, the sailors
Well,
are
I
gonna.
hope you are successful in your endeavors.
The people that are
As
used to
do I.
living on this
Thank you
open
for
seas
kind
and are experienced in it survive better than the people that don't. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading or simplifying too much of the statement, but it just seems kind of like one of those duh statements. Whatever. Woo. All right. Atlantic Ocean. Of course, crossing the Atlantic today is as easy as a plane ride, but it was much more difficult in colonial times, even though I imagine the tiny food and cramped conditions and likelihood of sitting next to a fat man for many hours were pretty much the same. For European travelers, it was at best a 6-week voyage, but depending on delays, it could last months. Dangers included storms, and their opposite being becalmed, seasickness, food running short, and dying of boredom because you had nothing to do all day. For Africans captured into slavery, the Atlantic voyage was much worse, although across the Middle Passage, usually to the Caribbean. The journey was just as long, but slaves were kept below decks and rarely allowed out in the fresh air, with the men usually in shackles. They were given only 1 meal a day, less if provisions ran low. Disease was rampant, and mortality rates were high. I will never complain again about being inappropriately touched by airport security again. Though to be fair, we're now firm friends, and Juan was very gentle. Sean, let's maybe a private entry.
Captain?
Oh, hey, Captain.
Mr. Kenway.
Mr.
I
Smythe.
just wanted to thank you again for taking me aboard.
Awesome
And
name, by the way.
apologize for any inconvenience it may have caused.
Inconvenience would be an understatement.
I'm sorry, I don't follow.
My ship was held in port for 2 days that we might accommodate you. I lost several contracts as a result.
I had no idea.
Of course not. You nobles are all the same.
Okay. Well, it's good to know that you're in such a cheery little mood. Maybe these guys will be nice for me.
Well.
You sure about that?
Of course. Have I ever led you astray?
Nah. Though you don't stick right with the others.
Have faith, my friend. You'll see.
Well, well. Seems our esteemed guest has deigned to grace us with his presence. You might want to head back to your quarters. Top deck's no place for tender parnells.
So I thought. And yet here you are.
Fancy yourself a joker, eh?
Yes, yes I do.
Let's see how funny you find this.
Oh, hey, look.
That's enough, Graves. Stay
We get to trounce some idiots. That's always fun. Hold B to enter parry stance and deflect enemy attacks. Optional objectives, don't lose a lot of health. Cool, good times. Just gonna hold B here and swat him away. Press X to attack. Ooh, ooh, oh! Wow. You just got rocked, buddy.
Please, fans, call this off. If the captain sees us...
To hell with the captain. And to hell with you, Mills.
Okay.
Whose side you on, anyway?
Well, probably the one without the people all bloodied. Boom. Oops. Oh! Because I can.
We're ready to go again if you are.
This is unwise.
Why is that? You think I'm afraid of you?
No. But you should be.
Swear to me. Come on. Come on. Come on, I'll let you attack first. Ooh. Oh!
Do you yield?
That's just mean.
How do you like these odds?
Okay. So to disarm, press B and counter the attack, then press A. Alright. I'm sure we can handle that.
What's the meaning of this?
We're just having fun, Captain.
Explain yourself at once, Mr. Kenway.
He's thought we were simply passing the time with a bit of sport, Captain.
How about you pass the time by doing your goddamn jobs instead? I wasn't aware I was paying you to loll about.
Jeez. Take all the
A
fun
word,
out of everything.
please, Mr. Kenway.
Oh, I nearly forgot.
Ooh.
There's
Oh,
your knife back.
that's not a knife. This is a knife. Good scene. Alright, well,
I don't care
this
for
guy's
you,
got
Mr.
rocked
Kenway.
pretty hard.
I've had nothing but trouble since you came aboard.
Your problems have nothing to do with me.
I beg your pardon?
You're a poor leader, ill-tempered and cruel, and it's clear your crew has no respect for you.
man, hate them taking names.
I don't want to argue. In fact, I need a favor.
Oh, this is rich.
I suspect some of the men intend to mutiny.
Really? What a surprise.
As I cannot trust any of them, I am compelled to turn to you.
And why should I help you?
Because if they do intend to betray, I'm the only hope you have of reaching America alive. Well, what will it be?
If what you say is true, what other choice do I have?
Think.
But let me be clear. Should you ever dare to insult or threaten me again, I'll not hesitate but to cut off your head myself. Are we understood?
Oh, intimidation. Rolls
Excellent.
D20. Rolls 20. And just takes a
Good day.
swig out of your alcohol, too. Oh, just because I can. What's wrong, buddy? Captain? Aww. It's a bit down. Wonder why. Wonder what happened to him. And dialogue. Yay. Great dialogue in this game.
Hello, sir.
I enjoyed it, at least.
Do you expect we'll have a pleasant crossing?
It is a quiet time of year, though rogue storms and troubled waters are not unheard of. But no need to fret. At worst, they'll prove an inconvenience. I'm more concerned about pirates and rogue privateers.
Have you encountered them before?
Aye. But the Providence is a strong ship, and her crew well trained. They will surely keep us safe.
I never noticed that. The first words of the sentences he says, sometimes his voice cracks a little bit. Yeah, I've played this intro hour probably 4 times now. It's still fun. I still love it, and I want to make the videos for you all, so I don't mind doing them again. but I'm paying attention to different things now.